Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and today I want to be talking about Electroneum again. Not sad, not exciting, just some facts here, and some talking about why the price, why I don't care about that. So let's get into this. Alright guys, straight off the bat, be sure you head over to Twitter and follow me on there because at 1,000 followers, I'll give away 500 bucks. And be sure you join the Discord because the Discord is a cool place and you can learn a lot of stuff there and talk to me and a lot of people. So be sure you check it out. Now, to get into this video, I'm going to be giving away 50 bucks for this video because, I just did too many Electroneum videos now. So be sure you just comment and like the video. And, yeah. So, what do I have to say? And it is my fourth, maybe fifth time that I've done this. And it is explaining again why I don't care about the price right now. So, a lot of you guys said, like, hey, Dusty, why is your excitement with... Let me actually turn my microphone a little bit down. Why is your excitement a little bit gone with Electroneum? And it is because the comments, baby. So, I mean, I don't care about negative comments at all. I just care about ignorance, really. And it is so many... On the one hand, it's Electroneum trolls who just will say like Electroneum is shitcoin, and then again you can find that whatever. I don't care about that, but why would you comment that? Like I don't care about you finding it a shitcoin. Comment something useful. That is just my first thing. Again, no problem, but it's annoying a little bit to the one hand. And then the second thing, but you can always find it a shitcoin. I mean, you can express yourself, but then explain why. Just don't say Electroneum shitcoin dot, or period. Then explain why you find it a shitcoin and what's the problem with it. And then the second thing is just people say, I'm the first dislike. Like, morons. Okay. But that was it. That was my frustration for now. I don't care about dislikes or about angry comments. You can do whatever you want. You're not going to hurt me. But yeah, so the Electroneum price, why I don't care about it. Right now, it's 278 Satoshi, so not that far down again from where we bought the last time, at 298, 96, I don't remember. But yeah, I've done this video countless of times because the price has gone up and down tons of times, and there's a lot of times where people lose faith. And now what I'm seeing a lot here is that people say like, oh, Electroneum is not doing what they promised. I don't see how. I see that they're not fast at progressing because the patents are going to be kicking in years, but they're going to be kicking in. So what we see with a lot of coins these last days, last weeks, last months is that they start out, they get their ICO done, or actually with the ICO, they have a plan. Okay, so they have a plan of what they want to do, and they go for that. So again, as an example, Cardano, which is now, I believe, 4 months old, they have a plan of getting that. I don't even know how you should call it. That net of them going like which would better blockchain, better Ethereum than. Cardano is now 4 months old, but they're not really far with their project yet. But they're really working on it. You can see progressments, though they don't have an end product yet. A lot of people compare that sort of stuff, so too much talk and less action with Electroneum, though I can already say that that's not totally true, because I guess they did get the patents out, they did get the mobile miner out, and they're now trying to fix the mobile miner for it to become even better, which is what my previous video was about, to just kind of get all the people involved right now, because there has been an issue that people on iPhone now or on their computer who don't have a phone, maybe, I don't know, can't really mine because it's only on Android, and they said that they gave the everything to Apple right now, and it's just for Apple to put it online, their app. Though we can never confirm how this is really fitting in, how this works. We're just gonna believe them in that, saying that they have finished the app totally. They're at the Apple, and Apple just has to publish it, but they haven't yet because they're delaying it. Then again, I don't know why. And then another thing that a lot of people are skeptical about is HitBTC. Again, can understand there have been tons of delays with HitBTC. And I can't give you a good answer as to why it hasn't been on there. Electroneum will put the blame on HitBTC, saying that they have to do it. Okay, I believe them again. I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt and just say that they've done their part, and HitBTC just has to, again, come out with the coin. That is fine. Again, that is doable. Those things that I just mentioned are things that people are insecure about, and as to why the price would not really go up that hard. And as I saw before, the price went down because there wasn't a lot of, I guess a lot of you guys actually misunderstood my previous video because you guys don't listen well. If you watch the video very correctly, the reason that it's going down, no, actually I already had this discussion before. I'm just going to quickly say here that the biggest reason is it doesn't really have much reason for people to buy in at this exact moment. It's better for people to literally wait to some extent. How I mean is that a few days ago, so before the announcement was done yesterday, those two announcements, there wasn't really some news for a few days, okay? And you might think like, Dusty, it's only like 1 week since there was news. What are you saying? And 1 week in crypto is quite a lot of time. And then with Electroneum, which is a very volatile coin because it is totally built on trust here right now. Okay, they have the patent, but there's a lot of people who still are kind of skeptical about the patent as to how far they can go, because a lot of people are asking like, okay, Verge X, the thing that they're going with, they are going to be working with sort of, subscriptions. How would the patent be working against Verge subscriptions? How would that work? And I don't know. I have no idea how the patent really goes in depth. Like, I don't know how in depth that those patents go, as in how deep that subscription is, because they can't patent subscriptions. Though on the one hand, they could get a patent on crypto subscriptions, but then again, not on every crypto, right? Because that would be kind of weird if they got a patent for every crypto subscription ever, because that would be just like a patent on literally subscription payments, which would be a crazy thing if that could ever be true, right? So I'm like, maybe they just got a subscription for their site, as in they can do Electroneum subscriptions with a lot of, I don't even know. I don't get that part. Maybe they just patented the whole thing, which again makes it a little bit more huge. But what the bad part to those patents is, even though the patents themselves, so the instant payments ones and the subscription ones, those things are, one of the best things in crypto that I've ever seen. They will take place in a longer period of time. Okay, so if you actually read there, I actually read it for you guys. If you listened to one of my videos before, where we went over the patent, the whole patents, and just explained what the real things behind them were. Again, not too much in depth because it's going to take too long, and I don't know all the in-depth details of the patent. But there we covered that those things like subscription payments are going to be implemented a little bit like in 2 years or whatever. And I read that to you guys, and a lot of you guys understood that. Like, okay, it's doable because they now have to focus on the miner, which is, again, their first priority, and I agree to that. But the miner wasn't paying out. Cryptopia had issues before, so that was why the price was going down a little bit before that. The biggest exchange that it's on, which is not the best exchange in the world, closed them down. That's why it was going down before. And then the mobile miner wasn't really receiving payouts, so the airdrop kind of thing wasn't working. And then there's some other things like HitBTC was stalled. People were losing faith. And I find that not updating us with the ASICs was a bad move, but they did now, so we're totally cool on that. But yeah, that is all influences why the price would really went down a little bit. But then again, I think it doesn't matter because they're going for long term here. Electroneum is going for mass adoption, going for the longer term, going for the longer stretch, and actually wants to grow. Okay, so they want to grow community, want to grow members, and they still are doing that. So the amount of money, the amount of volume right now isn't too high, and that is because they're not on major exchanges yet. The amount of people, though, is growing all the time. So the people on the site that are getting registered gets more and more. We're already at 1.18. Okay, so this keeps going up. Last time we updated, we were on 1.14. So this is nice. We're seeing progression, though we're not seeing, the eye doesn't really see it easily. You just got to see, you really got to look for it. That's what I'm going to say here. So you got to look for the progression that they're going through here. And one of my best points here is just to seeing this number go up. So you're seeing that the number of people who register on the site is still going up. And right now they actually moved a few spots. I think because of their big move towards the ASICs and towards actually fixing the mobile payouts, because that was one of the biggest issues that they had. And as I said before, the price most likely went down because there was just nothing really what should pop it up. The mobile miner wasn't working, as in it wasn't paying out, which doesn't really serve as a good argument as to what they have. The patent was going to be implemented in a few years, or really was going to work in a few years because they were now focusing on the miner, is what they said themselves. And not really major exchanges, not really any good news in like upcoming. Those 4 things, or maybe 3, I don't know. I just think that made it go down. But that doesn't matter for the long term. That is just all short term. Those are short term problems. They will for sure be listed on more exchanges in the future. That again makes a reason as to why it's not important what the price is right now. They will be listed on many exchanges. It will just take time. So that key point from HitBTC and Cryptopia, or Cryptopia being locked down, that will matter in the long term. Then the second thing was that what was it again? Was the patent or was the mobile miner? It's the mobile miner. Mobile miner issues not having payouts doesn't matter for long term. Long term, it's going to get tweaked over time. There's going to be tons of more people. I think the highest amount, I don't remember what it said, like the last Facebook post, there was something with 120,000 people, but the highest amount of people at once was 80,000, which is again, let's say 60,000 people, or maybe a little bit less, but you get the point here, 60,000 people or whatever at the same time mining. That is crazy, ridiculously dedicated. Okay, do you get the dedication that you gotta have to get 60,000 people or 80,000 phones on the same app at the same time running for a while. They always have at least, I believe, 50,000. I've never seen it less below that. So let's say at least 50,000 people running the app all the time. Okay, I shouldn't say people, I should say phones or Androids or app users all the time. That is dedication. That is work. They got a strong community. We're seeing the ETN community go down a little bit though, because I guess it's more towards like the 70% positive persons and then 30% real shit talkers, which is firstly like 90 to 10. Before that, it was like 50-50, okay? It was like really, really bad. Back in the ICO, there were so many people skeptical. Everybody was saying it was a scam coin. Trevon James back in the day, like the video got like 100K views within like a week or something. I was really shocked. Everybody was just like, yeah, bad coins, scam coin. Now, there's one thing that I can actually, think of as a bad side, that you never know if a coin is just there to earn money or if it's really going for bettering the environment, the world, the blockchain. You can never really know up front, So that's what a lot of people are saying with the Tron dude. So with Justin, he's, sugarcoating is what I use a lot, that word, or two words, one code word, I don't know. His coin so much that it's kind of gaining suspicion. Like, why are you doing so much? Though Tron has a lot more users than Electroneum now, I believe they're actually, overclassing them in growth wise. But again, that's because Tron, the Justin son, has a lot more followers maybe, and because he's just putting it out all the time. And that is why news from Tron will actually get more attention than from Electroneum, because more people push it. And now that has good sides and bad sides, because a lot of people think that sugarcoating stuff doesn't really work in the positive way, and I can understand that. Though you should think about it like this: if you want to go for mass adoption, you got to get your news out all the way to everybody. And I believe Electroneum is still not there yet. I believe they have not really gone to much effort to actually promote their coin yet, which I find amazing. So what I have seen now though is that it's actually stabilizing. Okay, so Electroneum from 3.4 cents to 2.4 cents, it's only gone down 1 cent, so like 50% ish, but that is doable. For the last month, it's gone like 50% down. Okay, doable. As you see in the chart here, the highest point was like 20 cents, 2.1 cents, it's 1/10. Okay, it's doable, it's fine. But if you look at the chart here, it doesn't look that shitty anymore as it did right here. So from here to here, if you look at the green one only, so if you look at US dollar wise, this looks very bad. And I know that as an investor, this is not really something you want to go for if you are not really too familiar with the project. This though, this is a lot of potential. This is a lot of breakout potential, which just literally could spike the price back up. So right now, at a certain point where the market goes to bloom again, the BTC market, which you are seeing right now, they can start some big promotion. Though I think they're waiting for them to fix the ASIC miner. So in a few months here, when they actually get that code integrated, they're trying to fix the mobile miner totally, so there's no issues again with getting like 200,000 users at one time, because they have to be prepared for that kind of stuff. Because the later this stuff occurs, so like those problems with the mobile miner, the worse it will be. So hopefully they just tweak it all the way so they can at least handle 250,000 people at once. I don't know if they can really just already have insight for that. I don't know if they can do that already straight off the bat, but we're just gonna hope that they can. They can fix their stuff, and yeah, I think that will be fine then. Also, I know that a lot of people will just only watch the beginning of the video and then like press the dislike and be like, why are you shit talking ETN? When like the half of the video is just very positive, because I'm still a long-term hold for ETN, as everybody who followed me back in, I don't know, like September or whatever, when we first talked about Electroneum, will know. I told you guys that I will never sell this coin unless I can make enough profit for forever. I have sold on occasion, some ETN and bought some more ETN. So, my volume is like ridiculous, actually. You have no idea. But you guys will actually never know how much ETN I really have. I will never tell you. It is a secret. And that is because, you can never know too much about a person, okay? So, yes, the YouTuber side of me has 200,000 ETN, you can know. But I have some spared up in a save wallet, okay? So, yeah, we'll never talk about that. But guys, thank you for watching this video again. Hopefully you now are convinced that Electroneum will do better in a few years. Just to quickly recap here, there's a patent coming up, or actually a patent in place right now. Those things are going to be coming up in the couple of years, in the next couple of years here, 2019, 2020. They're going to be implementing that kind of stuff. Yes, it does sound like a long time, and it is, but they're going to be working on it. And crypto is here for, in my belief, for the long term, going to make a lot of profit with this. And, when those patents kick in, Electroneum will literally just rise to the top, is my belief. On the site there, the mobile miner will just keep getting more and more people. The rewards are going to get less, but there's going to be more people using it, more popularity to the coin. Again, getting the volume up, getting the price up on the longer run, which is, again, a good thing. And I believe those two things are actually the most important aspects of this thing right now. Also, they haven't done the a big publicity stunt yet. So some big ass headlines, they haven't gotten it yet. Like Verge XP Hub got like everywhere, on every newspaper, on every billboard. I can see it right now if I look on YouTube and stuff. But you guys get the point, right? So really some good stuff going on for Electroneum that could happen in the future. Again, the recent, like these couple of weeks here, what I think is going to go with the price actually going to stabilize here. I don't think it's really going to go down hard anymore. If you ask me one day, a little bit before that announcement to go, I would say it's going to go down steadily until they would update us. But they did, and that update actually got it up 4 to 5 places right now, which is happy. It's happy me. I'm happy with that, and I will not complain again. I think Electroneum will be doing fine over the couple of months here. And as said before, I will never sell ETN that I'm talking about here on YouTube. I will never do that. I'll just keep holding it because it's worth it. As I said before, you're going to be happy when you turn back into your computer in 5 years and see that you have like your 200,000 or your 10 ETN turned to $1,000, or that your 100,000 ETN turned to like 10 million. As an example, it's most likely not going to happen that way, but you get the point. That your ETN just grew so much. Though we know that you can't speculate prices for valuta or like currencies, since Electroneum is striving to be a currency, you can't speculate a price, but we're just going to assume that it's going to keep on going up. And then it will hit $1. No problem. It's not going to be soon, but it will hit it, and I'm quite certain of it. And all the wait will be worth it. 5 or 7 months, as it is old now. I believe it is from September at the beginning until October the ICO was. So I don't know, from September previous year, which is now September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. It's like 8 months, 7, 8 months old. And yeah, I think it just has a lot to come. Cardano is also not that old, also doing very good. Though you can see that places, it's like it's a 100th spot. As I said before, if it goes out of the top 100, there's a lot of bad stuff that I could say about it. I don't know if I will do that, but I will sure update you guys if it ever comes back down to 100 spot. And I'm going to explain you guys what we should do and how we can fix this and all of that stuff. But we're going to be covering that later. This was it for Electroneum right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.